Sports Nation is presented by Toyota.
This is real, you guys. We're on television. Welcome to Sports Nation, Michelle Beadle. The Three Amigos? Is that you guys?
Yeah,
did you do the whole?
Yeah, we go all in.
We missed it.
Yeah, we do.
Ephraim
That's not good.
Sean Merriman, of course, Marcellus Wiley, the last one to show up today. I just want to point that out.
That's under the bus early. You coming with the truth. Hard, cold facts.
Tattletale.
Watch my steps.
I like it so much. This is very beefy, very meaty. We're going to start the show with some beef. Is that objective?
Did you like that?
I just ad-libbed. I ad-libbed it. That was an ad-lib.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds like something evil would say.
July. 4 words. Yeah. Latest edition of GQ. Odell Beckham
Fresh
Jr.
outfit. I give him
talks.
that.
I know. I like it. Okay.
I give him that.
He gets caught up with a Kardashian and, of course, his nemesis, Josh Norman, saying his future division rival. The reason Norman's become so relevant is because of me. Yes.
Wow.
Just in time.
Wow.
What do you think? You like it?
I love it. You know what? I know both of these guys, and I know there's a genuine hate. it really is. It's a genuine hate on and off the field. And this is the reason Josh Norman is a football guy. He believes you should shut up, go out there and play football and do your thing. And he despises everything that Odell does, the dancing, the showboat, and all that. Odell's going to be who he is. He has his own personality. But don't ever expect these guys to be friends until they retire. They're not squashing any beef. As long as they're in this division, they will hate each other. This hate will go on, and they will not ever have a sit down and be friends until they retire.
But how can you love this when we all know how hard it is to make it. We know how hard it is to make it. And your ego is so big and so off-center that you actually think you made somebody else, and on top of that, you think that you got him paid.
I love
to me, that is crazy, and that means your feet are a little too high off the ground. With that said, this is a little, too late. If you talk about, why are you talking about this in July when y'all had beef on the field last season and we saw who won that beef, right? So when Meek Mill got 5 diss tracks out right now, as he currently does, about Drake, and nobody gives a damn, you know why? Because you're a little, too late with that.
And I don't think Odell Beckham actually made Josh Norman. What made Josh Norman was he was one of the top defensive players on one of the best teams in the regular season last year. When you start looking at that record and you're 12-0, 13-0, and all of that, and you're the type of player that teams are trying to come after, and you're standing up and you're fighting. That's what makes you as a player, not that little fight, that little skirmish they had. I get it. I love it. I love the intense battle. It went a little bit overboard. Yeah. But for Odell Beckham, he needs to worry about what's going on in New York and to see if they can make some noise, because they are quiet.
I like it, though. It's
like a heel turn.
It is. It's going to be a game within the game. People are going to be watching that matchup. They don't care about the other 10 guys that's on the field on both sides. They're going to be watching that matchup because it's going to be a game within the game. These guys really just don't like each other, period.
But it wasn't even a game within the game last time because Odell went overboard. Odell got suspended. So think about it. When we're trash talking, we know there's still some rules involved with that. And the rules of engagement were violated by Odell then and just now with this article.
Yeah, but I didn't like Ephraim.
I didn't like you.
I didn't like him. Seriously, I mean, we hung out after the game, or I talked to him during the all-season golf tournament.
I didn't like all that lights out, all that jumping around and turning the lights on and off. Well, you know, I mean, he never turned the lights out on me just to throw that out there and put that out there.
Did he ever get a sack on you?
No.
We need to check that.
Wow.
Seriously,
Are we sure?
I think so. We got to check
get research on that.
All right.
We got to ask.
No wonder you retired early.
I don't know how we're segueing, but we actually have some serious news.
Okay.
I'm glad the three of you are here for this. Players Tribune today, 7-year NFL vet Eugene Monroe announced his retirement at the age of 29. His reasons for retiring sound pretty familiar, citing concern for his health and his future. He writes, quote, "Has the damage to my brain already been done? Do I have CTE? I hope I don't, but over 90% of the brains of former NFL players that have been examined showed signs of the disease. I am terrified." So here we are, another young player out of the game. Your immediate reaction?
It scares me. It scares me not only for him, but for all of us. When I sat down and saw that movie, Concussion, it almost paralyzed me because I feel great. You know, we all feel good. We're up here doing our job and we have our wits about us. But at any moment, it feels like you can wake up and not know where you are or what's going on. We all have our memory problems. Like, I found myself in the grocery store standing up there looking at the box of cereal like, what am I supposed to get? And it happens to us all. But the fact that the research, they have the information now. When we were playing, we didn't have the information that the generation has now. So they're able to make an educated decision in terms of, hey, look, is it worth it? Are the gains, or millions of dollars in the fame, is it worth your long-term effect and quality of life?
Yeah, I mean, look, being a teammate and a friend of Junior Seau, obviously this comes really close to me. And you're right. You start to do the mirror imaging of what did he go through and what did I go through and the parallels, and you start to go there, and it really takes you to a place of anxiety. But I do know that the goals have changed with NFL players, and let's just be real. I retired at the age of 32. People were saying that's a little young back then, and this is 2006. What happened is when we first got in the league, everyone was saying ball till you fall. I remember hearing that everywhere I went, ball till you fall. That means play until you can't play anymore. And now I hear people say it ends when you get 10. You know what the 10 is? $10 million in the bank, as the financial advisors tell the players. Once you got 10 saved up, hey, everything else is gravy. You know why? If you get 13, 15, 20, your lifestyle hasn't changed. But if you give me 10, I can spit up to $1 million in interest every year. You'll keep this lifestyle. You'll pay for everything going forward, and you'll be great. I'm starting to see Calvin Johnson, Eugene Monroe, and others are getting to that threshold and taking. And
I retired at 28. So I completely understand. But I retired because of injuries, and I couldn't perform like I did. I blew out my knee and I blew out my Achilles, and I just could never play like I used to. But if someone gave me the option to play a couple more years, I would. No question about it. But seeing him and saying he's been through 18 years of physical trauma, body and head. And I never had any head injuries, but body and tearing your knee. I mean, we all have had some knee problems, and tearing your Achilles, and not being able to go out there and compete on the same level anymore. I just couldn't go out there to training camp. I couldn't go out there to practice. I couldn't stand a coach, my teammates looking at me standing on the sideline because my Achilles flared up, and I just couldn't go anymore. So I understand him retiring, and at 28, I get it. I still have a long life ahead of me, and fortunately, I never had anything going on in my head, but I see guys who's retired recently and is having problems already, and that is scary.
Let me ask you this, because I think the normal human suffers from a little bit of hypochondria. We get a headache, we think the worst case scenario.
Absolutely.
So for you guys, how much worse is that?
Whenever something goes wrong, you wake up, you got a throbbing headache or your shoulder or your back, it's always the worst case scenario for me.
Yeah.
And you said that, you've never had any head injuries, but we all have.
That's the scary part.
But that's the scary part. Back when we were playing, guys didn't come out of the game for concussions.
No, that was
unheard of. You were considered soft. If you got dinged, you came to the side. I've seen it 100. It's happened to me. I've seen it 100 times. You come, you don't know what's going on. They sit you down on the bench. They make sure you're okay, and then you go back into the game. And it got so bad when they first implemented the rule that when you have head trauma now, they take you completely out of the game. I was questioning that. I was like, look at these soft guys. These guys are out there soft because I didn't understand.
That was our mentality.
That was our mentality. But now, the kudos to the league and the neurologist saying, hey, look, if a guy gets hit and he's woozy, he's done.
Okay, but let's couple that with the orthopedic issues, because, all right, the brain issues may be coming. They may be looming, but I don't know yet. Right now, I feel like I have my faculties. I have my capacities. But how about the warm-up that you have to do just to get out of bed every morning? I am 41 years old, and why am I doing yoga in my own bedroom just to make sure I can pick up my son when I walk across the house? And that's the problem also. You just don't know. You're mesmerized by the experience, by the love of the game, but it is taking a toll.
Does the $10 million stay, or do we start to aim at the age now? Or which one do you start to advise?
You know what? I think that right now these guys are making more money than we ever made. And it's going to continue to grow.
These contracts are coming in 1 year.
And you're going to see football players retire a lot earlier, and it's going to continue with that trend, because guys are going to get to a certain place and say, what else am I doing it for?
Yeah, the whole sentiment, like you said, was play until they kick you out, right? That was the whole thing. I'm going to hold on till they make me leave. Now it's like I'm going to hold on, I'm going to make some money, change my family's future, and then I'm out of here. I'm going to do something else.
We'll have more Sports Nation after this.
Lead the game before the game leaves you.
Sports Nation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Oh, look at that.
Time now for Pulse of the Nation, presented by Toyota. We've got winners, we've got losers. Okay.
That bat won.
This is a championship, people. World Martial Arts Championship.
Okay, I could do that one.
These are like middle-aged dudes with anger.
Yeah, the second one is reasonable. That first one, though.
But that's crazy. That toe wasn't the whole one.
Watch how he lands, though. I think that bat, look right how he landed.
Forearms on fire. You know it. He's going right in the back and starting to cry
I'm a student of the arts, and I know those moves.
I don't trust him.
Do you really? You know some of that? What are you doing, Mark?
Limey or something.
Okay, fight.
Loser, doing your job. This goalie from Minnesota United accidentally scored an own goal while trying to clear the ball. This is one of everything.
Do not go out that night.
Right.
Do not go home.
Should you not be automatically cut? I feel like
you got to go home.
Right? Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Get the ball out the net and get your bag and get off.
I'm taking my ball home. Maybe if I can't play, nobody
How
can.
about don't even touch the ball? Don't even touch the ball. We don't want you around here anymore.
That is your one job.
Your one job.
One job.
Mama, I'm coming home.
He gonna cry when he gets
They're
the car.
picking on me.
He gonna cry.
Picking on me.
Man.
Minnesota United.
No awareness. Nope. That's like the butt fumble
That's
for real. Like
unathletic.
that level.
Something.
It's work.
Loser, used. Drake was at the Texas basketball facility. What are you doing with a Kentucky shirt on?
Somebody should have pulled him aside and said, hey,
Like,
son.
Somebody gonna throw tomatoes
not
at you. You don't
know?
play down there in Texas.
No, they don't play in
that's-
Texas.
What are you doing?
Or is he being gangster
Is he
and
trolling?
repping his
Like,
he's like, wherever
All
I
they
go.
need is a little thug life thing on there. Thug life.
Drake got some hits out right now.
Yeah.
He probably don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just tough. I got a bunch of hits out. I'm on Billboard Top 100.
Light-skinned dudes, man.
We're winning this shit.
Ladies,
Light-skinned dudes just do anything.
If he wasn't light skinned, he would have never did that.
I think he just representing, like, look, you know where I'm from, so guess what? Even if I come to your neighborhood, I represent mine. I kind of like it. Would you just take off yours and wear Texas colors?
Yeah, but
Yes,
he's not
that's
from
what he
Kentucky,
does.
though.
How many games have we seen him at where he just wears
That's a
the
squad,
jersey
though. That's a
of the
squad.
team?
Yeah, he's not from Kentucky.
Okay,
He's
he's from Kentucky. No, he's not.
He's not from
Canadian.
Kentucky.
He claims
That's FYI.
Winner. This story got me a little angry. Hot yoga. DeMarcus Cousins dropped 20 pounds by doing hot yoga. He's been doing hot yoga forever. Nothing's happening, Ephraim.
Look, all I've said is hot yoga is not for everybody. I tried it.
It's great,
Almost
though.
passed out.
I love it.
Number one,
I
almost
love it,
passed
man.
out.
You would love it.
Shoulders, knee, back, everything
But see,
gave
that's why
out.
y'all probably can't move now, because y'all stopped on the hot yoga. See, I've been doing
But
it for a
doesn't
while.
it? It'll
That's
make
a
it
good
more
point.
peaceful, right? It'll be a little more.
No,
more
first of
zen.
all, hot yoga is not going to help him be peaceful.
You don't think so?
No,
I feel like I
the
find
fat
myself.
isn't making him mad. The fat isn't making him mad.
The fat.
The fat is not making him angry. I'm just gonna
You're
put
gonna be
that
real
out there.
peaceful after you pass out.
I think so, yeah. He gonna be more zen-like.
I think he is,
I
too.
sound like a true fat boy.
I used to be.
That makes me angry.
Now I'm an underwear model.
Winner, fast food. Former teammate Charles Barkley said that he used to heckle teammates from the sidelines during practice while eating McDonald's and riding a stationary bike. I love it. He's killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
Love or hate?
Love it because I can't be a hypocrite. Y'all want to talk about preseason games after we get out? Oh, man. Oh, man. We sent the equipment manager up there. Let me get 4 hot dogs.
Mars.
And I got mad when Mark Sanchez got in trouble for it. I was like, we all do that.
Candy bar, sunflower seeds.
Everything.
I probably ate about 2 pounds of sunflower seeds a game.
And Charles was built like he ate McDonald's while he was working out. Like that was something he looked like.
You
that.
felt like the hamburger.
Grimace, either that or Grimace.
Hey, what you gonna say to Sir Charles too? Like put the
Nothing.
burger down?
Put the burger down.
He's still going to go out there and
No,
get
that-
you 28
right.
and
He probably got
14.
another one in his shorts.
Working out.
Pull one
Come
out.
on. Winner. This is really just for me, so don't mind me. Tim Duncan Day. Yay, Marcellus. The city of
love
San Antonio. It's official. They've declared July 21st Tim Duncan Day. You guys, how are we celebrating?
I'm going to be very melancholy.
Yeah, right. We're just all going to chill out.
Very somber.
And
I
I
wanted
won't
to
smile.
wear-
I won't smile that
No.
one time.
Yeah,
Never
keep it
smile.
all in. Everybody gonna
Wear
go to
mom jeans.
We're gonna,
Wear mom
we're
jeans.
going to
You have
Ross.
beige
Yeah,
on, so
I did wear
that's
beige.
You want to go?
Yeah,
I'm going to Ross.
Ross.
They got double X up
And I'm gonna
there.
get those Steph Curry, the Steph Curry too.
Everybody wear
Get the
some mama
Steph Curry
jeans and some Steph Currys.
And a big flannel
We're
shirt.
gonna have a big bell bottom.
And an airport shirt.
I can't with y'all, man. Y'all crazy,
you.
man.
Y'all ain't
It's
right.
not Friday, which means you get more of us tomorrow. Lucky you!
Y'all really want that?
See, I'm so glad you're back.
Oh, really?
I mean, y'all are cool.
Is that a show?